but also I learn a lot and I meet a lot of great people. And I think this is the extra benefit. Yeah, I had the chance to dive with the best instructor, really the top of the top.
Off Gassing, a scuba podcast with host Nick Hogel. In this episode, I speak with Piotr Kuświk as he shares his inspiring journey into scuba diving, detailing his initial experiences, training, and the challenges he faced along the way. He discusses the Santi Scholarship, a program that provided him with advanced training and opportunities to dive in unique locations. Throughout the conversation, he emphasizes the importance of community, skill development, and the joy of exploring underwater environments. Please enjoy. Piotr, how are you doing? It's this morning for you, correct?
Yeah, perfectly. It's working great. Yeah.
Awesome. And you're based. Where are you at? Are you in Warsaw? Where are you?
I'm in Poznań now, or close to Poznań. So we are living near Poznań in Poland. And I'm a scientist, so I'm working in the scientific institute.
Oh, okay. Awesome. What's the weather over there like right now?
It's not the perfect one. It was, as you probably know, in Poland we have the flood, and now it's much better. The sun is coming out, but still, it's the weather is not perfect. Let's say.
Okay. Yeah, because we're coming up. Well, what are we? In almost October. So, I was wondering, the fall season? Start to get pretty cold?
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, so now we have something like 12 degrees now. But okay, maybe in the night it's less, but and then during the day it's a little bit higher. But still, the summer is end.
Well, I'd like to welcome you to the podcast and thank you for taking the time out to be on the podcast. And I look forward to hearing about your journey, hearing about your experiences. I guess I'll just go right into my first question. Tell me how and why you became a scuba diver. Tell me about that first breath underwater, that first moment. Was it, I absolutely hate this? Was it, I absolutely love this? Was it, this is okay? Tell me all about it.
So first of all, I want to thanks for the invitation to be a part of this podcast. And so my journey with the diving starts in June 2022, and we had some meeting with my team in the work, and I have in my group the diving instructor. So I asked him that maybe that will be the good opportunity for my team to try the scuba diving, and he took all the gears with him, and of course I also tried. And that was excellent. So first breath was tough, I will say. So for me, everything was too tight. The regulator do not give me the enough air and so on. So those stuff. But after first breath under the water, it was amazing feeling. And then I know that will be something for me. And very very quickly I did the first step. So this is the open water diver course. And then after 3 months I finished the next level, which is the advanced open water diver. And then because I also love to skiing, I decided to open the channel which called the Nur and Ski. So, and this is the social media channel that I am presenting all my dives. So everything is there. So I'm showing to the audience my progress in diving as well as skiing. Yeah. And then of course I record my activities. And then quite quickly, because it was May 2023, Santi announced the call for Santi Scholars. So the scholarship, and then I decided, yeah, that will be the great opportunity. Now let's try. Yeah, I'm the beginners. And I need the training, and that will be the perfect opportunity for me to increase or to improve my skills. That was the starting point, and that was in May 2023. That was the two stages. Yeah, so in the first stage you need to record the reel, the short one, yeah, presenting yourself and then showing what you are doing, and after that the team from Santi, they decided to choose 10 people. And after that, in the deep spot, which is the swimming pool in Poland, it's the one of the deepest in Europe. It has 45 meters depth. And then was the final stage, and we had three different, how it's called, let's say the activities, yeah. And after that, they decided to choose three of us, so me, Maya, and Patricia, and that from that moment we start our scholarship and trainings and a lot of trips and so on.
So just a quick question: when you first were starting to scuba dive, or the idea came up, was that just with a group of friends or a group of work? You said work, or how like it just was activity that you wanted to try?
Yeah, so I have a friend. We are working together, and he's an instructor. His wife as well is an instructor, and he always say, "Yeah, Piotr, you have to try. Maybe that will be the good. Yeah, we need to go under the water together. Yeah, and you know it's and then was the perfect opportunity, and I decided, yeah, okay, let's try." And that was the shot, you know, like I started to say, oh wait, this is something cool. Yeah, we have to try, and we have to go forward with that. And I was so happy. Then of course we did the next step together. So and he's also my friend. Yeah, we are skiing together. We are diving together. So that's a great time spending under the water, and also with water. Snow is also water.
And so I'm assuming the first time, was it in like a warm pool?
No,
Oh, really?
it was Polish Lake. Yeah, so that was also okay. It was the summertime, so it was beautiful weather. There was sun, and was the water. I don't remember what was the temperature. Yeah, but we used the wetsuits, and but it was fine. Of course, the visibility was not the perfect one, but for me that time that this make no change. Yeah, it was something which was not important for me. Yeah, for me it was important if I get enough air in my mouth, and that was you know, that I feel that the suit is too tight, and then we have to play with that little bit. Yeah, but it was after first dive, so we spent I think 3 days there. After the first day, I decided, let's go once again. Yeah, and then we dive second time, and that was, I say, yeah, I have to go to do the training to try improve my skills. So that was the first diving in the really nice place.
Okay, awesome, awesome. How did you like the training? Did you find it easy? Did you find it difficult? I mean, I know some skills are easier than others, but like I know certain skills, certain people or some people have problems with. So how was the training for the open water course, the first training certification?
So for me, I think the most critical and most difficult was to take mask away. Still, this is something which is not my favorite skills, but now it's, let's say, it's fine. Yeah, but that time I think that was the one of the tricky part. I will say, yeah, because then you have to start breathing with you. Yeah, that was the problem for me. But yeah, I think because I was training in the PADI organization, later on during the scholarship I had also the chance to have the different trainings, and I think very, very important for me was the training with the GUE. So I I have the course of the fundamentals. Yeah, so we train in the Dubai, in the deepest pool. So Deep Dive Dubai was the host of this training, and for me that was very, very useful and useful. It was one of the most important training for me, because we spend a lot of hours under the water training let's say the basic skills. Yeah, the frog kicks and back kicks and so on, so on. Unfortunately, I did not pass it fully. Yeah, so I get the provisional pass. So I had 6 months to improve my skills, and then I can try to pass the training or the course. Yeah, to get it. But that time I learned a lot about how to call it. So how my muscles are working, which muscles you need to use to properly kick to have a proper position under the water, yeah, and
Yeah.
that was really really important. And also, which is a different if you compare this to diving, let's say, organization or trainings, yeah. Of course, I was during the GUE, I was in the completely different level if you compare to the open water diver, but in the open water diver, we mainly stay on the platform or some kind of that you can hold your body or
Yeah.
help to hold your body. But in the GUE, everything we made without this kind of helping. So we just keep the proper buoyancy to stay on the level and then do the training, yeah. So and do the skills to do all the things that we need to achieve or get, yeah.
To be honest too, like, so I took a fundamentals course last year in almost exactly a year ago, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to pass. I ended up getting a recreational pass, but what I like about the course, how the course is laid out, is that you go into the course, and no matter what, I mean, every course should be like this. I don't think that every course is like this, but by the end of the course, even if you pass or not, your skills they're highly improved, and that's what's awesome about that course is you learn a lot of the I don't want to say the correct way. I feel like there should be a different word, but you learn a very proper base for your fundamentals, and that's awesome. But especially coming from training certain ways, because I had developed so many bad habits over the years that when I got to fundamentals, I was trying to break habits, also learn these new habits. So it was quite an interesting course, and I really, really enjoyed it. Just and then the mask remove skill. I'm sure that has to be tough because I haven't taught in a few years, but when I would teach in Texas in the wintertime, when you have to take your mask off and you get that just rush of cold water, that is, can be a very unsavory feeling sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. This is something really, especially if in the cold water. Sometimes also in the salty water, which is also the extra feature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, this was for me. I think the one. Now I'm, let's say, for me now, the second stage, because the mask is not a problem now, but the second stage which I'm trying to get is the back kick, so that I can swim in the opposite direction, which is somehow, yeah, tricky, yeah, because I was training during the scholarship. I was training with a single tank, and now I switched to the twin set, and because of the position is slightly different, yeah, and also the resistance of the water is different. It's still I need a lot of training to get it.
You and me both, man. You and me both. The doubles is definitely a different challenge for sure when you add two tanks. So you completed the open water certification, and then you went and did the advanced course. Was that with your same friend instructor, or was that with a different instructor?
No, that was with the same team, yeah, the same instructor. Later on, when I finished that and I started the scholarship, then of course then the different instructors appears, yeah, and then that was also the nice feeling how the different people are teaching and putting some new tricks and hacks, yeah, how what you should take care and look for, and that was really also important, yeah. For me also the one of the challenging stuff is still I'm consuming a lot of gas.
Okay.
In the beginning it was disaster, to be honest, yeah. I have to go out in the water and somebody has to stay, because they have to go out with me because of my let's say consumption, and that was very very how to call it, I always feel bad with that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then during the time I was asking the teachers, yeah, because we are talking about the teachers and the different levels. I asking what I can do, and then slowly everybody tell me, okay, you have to stop moving under the water, okay, now you have to do that, try to do that, and so on, and then slowly now it's reaching the level that I would like to have in the beginning. But that was something which was also very very important for me, and still it is, to be honest.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the longer we can make our tanks last, then our gas last, I should say. The more time we could spend in the water, and I mean, some of it's like physics. Like, I can't remember who I was talking to the other day, but they were telling me their gas consumption, and I was like, God, I wish I could have that low of gas, because I'm just kind of a bigger guy, like I'm 6 feet, or I mean, I don't know what that is in meters. So I have a trouble transitioning from meters to feet, the old American imperial system. But yeah, I'm not the greatest. I still definitely think there's a big area of improvement that I could have, but we'll see where it goes. So you went from your open water to your advanced with the same group of people,
Yep.
like the same people that you did the
Yeah,
open water with?
the same instructor, let's say, like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. When you went to the fundamentals training, I'm and this is just a complete assumption. I'm assuming that you learned with like a regular octo, not the long hose configuration. How was the transition going from like a regular industry standard first and second stages to the long hose system?
This transition was not bad. So in principle, let's call it the regular configuration. I feel always bad because this yellow the hose was always in the wrong position. I
Yeah,
didn't know how to properly fit that, and then sometimes it was problem because it was not staying in the proper position. I do not realize that it's coming out, and so for me this configuration I was unhappy, and I tried to find a solution. So I clip different things on my o-rings, my D-rings, and but still it was not a perfect. And then during the GUE, then they show us that you can use the different way of the long hose. And for me, to be honest, it was, I say, hey, cool, this is very nice. And still I'm keeping this configuration, but I like that you have everything close to your body, nothing hanging on there is no risk that something is falling down. Yeah, so this was for me, I will say, quite easy. Yeah, even with the sharing of the gas, it's not a big problem. So I was happy, yeah, to shift immediately. I say, that will be something for me.
So it's funny because the first time I did the long hose configuration, I was in a back mount doubles, and when I would switch to single tank, I would actually switch back to the yellow hose, the octo, and I'm actually about to go on a trip next week, and for the first time, I'm going to do a long hose configuration. I was a little bit back and forth for a while, but I definitely think it's a cleaner way for sure, and I think it's just I do think personally it's the better way. I'm not going to knock anybody else that does anything else. Each their own. But I definitely think that I've kind of converted to where I'll switch over to the long hose configuration. So just real quick off topic. So you like to ski quite a bit, and you started a YouTube channel for skiing.
Yeah. I'm skiing since I have 6 years old. So
Oh,
that's my completely, let's say, natural, skills. Yeah. And I was skiing. I love to record my skiing activities or trips, and I have I prepared a lot of movies for my family, for my friends. And from that time I say, yeah, there is, okay, it's just a winter time, yeah. So and then diving comes out, and then I say, yeah, that will be perfect. Supplement this activities, yeah. That will be a nice combination. The summer will be the diving, and the winter will be the skiing. Of course, now it's I'm diving also during the winter time, but that was the idea. And I think the most important for me to record my skills, not only skiing, because this is much better than the diving, but to see the progress, yeah,
yeah.
to that I can come back immediately with the YouTube channel. You can just click the proper film and or a movie, and then you can see, oh man, yeah, you have this problem, now you solve this, yeah. So for me that was the some kind of some information for me what I did wrong and how I improve it, and what is the progress of my diving. And yeah, so all the dives are there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's somehow I'm very happy of that.
Video is such a great tool, especially in training. You can visualize it, what you're doing wrong. You can think what you're doing wrong, but until you actually physically see what you're doing wrong, sometimes that light bulb doesn't go off. And no, I'm such a huge fan of using video for training purposes. And then plus too, like you said, you can capture these moments and then look back on them and say, oh, look how far I've come, look how much I've improved, or even just look at this journey that I've been able to capture, from my first dive to when you go on different dive trips. And because another question I was going to ask you is, so you've been to the two deepest pools in the world at this point, right? So,
Yes, that's right. That's right.
yeah,
I had
that's
chance to.
pretty awesome. Which one do you like better?
Yeah. Okay. So because the deep spot, which is the place where I dive first time in such a huge pool. Yeah. It's if you think about that. Okay, I was my first imagination was okay. That will be the huge area. Yeah. But it's huge, but in the opposite direction. Yeah. So it's in the. So it's just a small. It's not. It's. I think the size of the entering the water is similar in Dubai and in Poland. Yeah. But of course, everything what is important is under the water. Yeah. So for me, the deep spot was I think the important place for two reasons. First of all, I get the scholarship there. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the place where I get the decision. Got the decision from the Santi team. So this is why it's also the important. And the second thing is that it was the first swimming pool, such a deep swimming pool, that I have chance to dive. Deep Dive Dubai is completely different because there is a lot attraction or things under the water that you can look, you can try, you can play. Flippers, it's amazing. It's amazing place. They are completely different, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
So in the Dubai there is really a lot of things. So there is a library. There is a table you can eat there under the water. You can play the Lego guy. The Lego guy staying
Yeah.
there.
Lego statue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you can play the basketball under the
Ah,
water. Yeah. So we also have some fun there, and yeah. So they are, I would say, different. But in my head, of course, the Poland and the deep spot is the one of the place because of these two reasons. I think. Yeah. It's a cool place to training. There is so you have different levels as well. So you can do all the necessary training, yeah, or the skills, and of course you can go down for 45. I think it's 45 something, but I don't remember exactly. So they had the Guinness record as a deepest pool, but then after that I don't know what was the period of time, but after that in Dubai they build the second one. So now this is the deepest pool in Europe.
yeah. Oh, okay. And so just to get to the Santi Scholarship, so I'm just curious, how did you first hear about that program?
Okay, so Santi is it's a famous company in the diving, let's say, environment. Okay,
Yeah.
so the people know the Santi very well. And my instructor, so my colleague says, "Hey Peter, there's a scholarship, yeah," because they announced it, I think, in the social media. That time I didn't know about the Santi too much, yeah. Because I was completely the beginners, and then they
Yeah.
say, "Yeah, Peter, there is a call. Think about that, yeah." And then I start thinking, and then we talk with my wife, and say, "No, Peter, you have 40. Come on, yeah, that will be, this will be for younger people, yeah, and so on, so on." I say, "Yeah, okay, but that will be the fun." And I decided to record the movie from my lab because I'm the scientist. I'm working in the physics. And I'm producing the magnetic thin films, and we have a very nice chamber with a UHV, so ultra high vacuum chamber, and it looks great, yeah. So I decided to take the movie, the reel, to record the reel there, and to say a little bit about my work, and then about my experience in diving. So that was this kind of the process, yeah. And then after, I don't remember, 1 week or something, I get the information that I went to the second stage of the evaluation, and then we meet in the deep spot, and then we have the meeting with the Tomasz Stachura, who is the CEO of the Santi, and he was diving with us, taking the pictures. Yeah, we have a lot of fun, and after that was the decision who will get the scholar.
Out of how many contestants from the first stage to the second stage did they say?
I think it was something around 70 in the first stage. So they choose 10, and then these 10 people, the 10 divers meet in the deep spot. Then they divided us to the 3 groups, and all 3 groups, we have 3 different activities. So one, it was, we were swimming with the siren, how it's called? I don't know the English name. Mermaid, sorry.
Oh,
mermaid. Mermaid.
okay. Yeah, okay.
That's Polish word, sorry. So we have this mermaid legs.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
and then we were swimming and showing how skills, yeah. Then the second activity...
Was that on Scuba or was that like free diving?
No, it was just because it was just the activities. I think they also would like to test us with a new environment, with new things, and how we behave and how we accept some new challenges. I think because this is I don't know, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, you know, I am also the big guy, and so for me it was crazy, but I had a lot of fun there, and so that was the first activities during the evaluation. I don't like this word, but so they have to choose. They have to do something to decide. Yeah. Then the second one, we had to record the movie under the water. Yeah, so the teamwork was important also, I guess. Yeah, so how we work under the water together. And third one was also we mount the pipes. So we have the screws. We start mounting the elements, so we know how it looks like on the surface, and then we go down and start to screw the pipe. Yeah, and also they look how we work. How the diving skill was not the most important parameter, or I believe, because otherwise I will never get it.
Was this just a one-day thing, or was it over the course of the weekend?
No, this was only one day. I think that was Saturday. It was 20th May.
So once that was complete, throughout the day, they're basically only picking 3 to move forward?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So in the same day, so we started in the morning. We have these meetings, activity, lunch, blah, 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 and all visiting the deep spot and all that things. And then that time they need to decide it. And after, I don't know, it was the late afternoon, they give us the information who get the scholarship. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then that must have been an amazing feeling when you got chosen.
Oh yeah. For me, that was I was completely surprised. Yeah, and for me it was as I mentioned in the beginning, I guess I was the oldest one, maybe, for the whole team. I say, come on, there are so many great young people there, and I say it's impossible that I will get this kind of scholarship. So for me, it was completely fun. I feel, and then the atmosphere was perfect. It was not the fight, for the scholarship. It was friendly atmospheres. We exchanged the emails and the phone numbers, and still we are in contact with some people from that group.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Was your how was your wife when you told her? Was she completely surprised?
Yeah, so in the beginning she was a little bit unhappy, because she realized that now the next year I will be not at home. Yeah, so of course I also work a lot in my group. Yeah, I'm a scientist, so I have also some project in my work. So, and then extra thing which is not only the diving trip, it's also the recording, preparing the social media things, be part of the Santi team. So that's the extra part, but I think I have to thanks her, because she supports me a lot during these things, because it was also I record something like more than 100 reels during the scholarship. Yeah, so that
Oh,
means
wow.
3 reels per each. So let's say 3 weeks, 3 reels per week. So it was the challenging from that side, but I like this. So for me, it was not a big problem. But of course, the problem is time. Yeah, so
Yeah.
always you need to save. But she was happy with me during when I say, I did that and I dive here, and then of course. During the scholarship, we travel alone, yeah. So I could not take my wife with me, yeah, because we have the quite tough and not tough, but how to call it, the dense time, yeah. We did a lot of things during the diving trips. That was the situation, but. After this year, she's happy and proud of me that I did a lot of new things, and she's always liking my movies and say, "Yeah, this is great." Yeah, it was great time, and also now we are traveling as so we had the holidays in Croatia this year, and we went together. I was diving a little bit and to see some wrecks, because I love wrecks. This is something amazing. For me, it's the best diving, and also the night diving. Yeah, but we are somehow sharing the time. So she's taking some holidays, so some bath sun, let's say, like that, and then during that time I'm diving and come back, and then we spend some time together. So we found some balance between the have some fun together and also with the diving.
Yeah. So she's not a diver?
No, she's not a diver, and then she. The problem is that she's afraid of the water.
Okay.
And somehow this is part which is tough. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I accept that and I understand it.
No, I get it, man. I totally get it. And so, what was the first event or first thing after you were chosen for the Santi Scholarship? What was the first, event that or trip, or what was the first thing that had to be done?
Yeah, so during the Santi, we got the full equipment. So we get the dry suit from the Avatar, this 101. Then full equipment from Halcyon, so the wing, the regulators, fins from Shark, mask from Halcyon, and so we get the full equipment. Of course, the first important things for a company which producing the dry suits, it's the training of the dry suit, because so that was the first step. So we did immediately after we get a scholarship. I did the dry suit training. And that was cool, yeah, because it was maybe not something new, because I already tried to dive with the dry suit.
Okay.
But after the training, I feel that this is something that it's cool and I like it very much, yeah. So that was the first, and then immediately after that, I started my rescue course. So the next level of the PADI steps of the diving, yeah. And then of course we had a lot of extra activities during that. We visited the Santi company to see how they are producing the dry suits. We also have this so this is called emergency oxygen provider course with Michał Kosud in Deep Spot. So they show us how to use this oxygen, how to work with that, how we can help the people, if something happened under the water. So that was very, very valuable course. I think there was very nice event. I think it was in October in 2023. We went to Sweden to dive in the mining place.
Oh, okay.
So this is called Tuna Hasberg, and there is so you go 80 meters under the ground. And there are two ways. So one way is to go to the cave diving, or mine diving, So it means the overhead diving. And there is also the second part, which is the open water. So you don't need any extra certificate skills to dive. So you dive under the water in the mining, only with the advanced open water level. Yeah, of course you need the dry suit because the water is really cold. It's 4 degrees, so you need also this training. Yeah, but in principle, it was beautiful. It was so nice. The water was so clear. They put the lamps in the water, so the water was exposed with the light. So amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Amazing.
Do you think that you'll get into overhead diving?
For me, it's tricky because I'm afraid a little bit of this kind of small space. I feel comfortable when I still think, okay, you can go out every time that you like, yeah. And this is something, yeah, maybe in future, but now it's not, let's say, the goal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So out of the whole, because the scholarship duration, the length is 1 year from
Yeah.
the time that you start to the time that you finish. Out of the whole time, do you have like a few I mean, I know you were kind of saying some like Deep Dive Dubai, the mines, but is there a time or event that is the most memorable, or a few memorable events?
Yes, of course. so, so I think for me, the most important was the diving with the Baltic Tech team. I don't know if you know that this is the group in Poland. They are searching the wrecks in Baltic Sea. They are very, very famous in the diving community, especially. They are looking for wrecks in the Baltic, yeah, and they are finding it. It was a big event a few weeks ago. They found the ship with the champagne under the mineral water, and they are exploring that, and so amazing. So we had a chance to dive with them because the leader of that group is the CEO of Santi, so the Tomasz Stachura, I think CEO. I believe he has his own boat, and they are traveling a lot and searching for the wrecks. And he took us with him for this kind of trip, and it was amazing. So we dive with the extremely experienced people, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was you feel that, when I am taking my dry suit, it takes something like, I don't know, 5 minutes. For them it's like, pam, they are in. Yeah, so I was, are you ready? Okay, good. So but not of course it's not the most important, but
Yeah,
in
yeah.
principle it's something which is, you feel it, yeah, you feel that they are the experts in diving, and they give us some tricks. And we also dive with one of the team member, with Krzysztof Norowski, and he took us to the wrecks in Baltic. And that was amazing. And I can tell you, during this trip they found the plane, for example.
Oh, wow.
And that was amazing because we also be a part of that searching, yeah. So they show us on the sonars how it looks like, yeah, how they think that it might be some kind of interesting thing. So they go down. There was the sign, if there is something nice, then we will stay longer. If not, then we will put the buoy out, yeah, this
Buoy, yeah, buoy. Or buoy,
they
yeah.
shoot the buoy, yeah. And that means, okay, this is nothing special, yeah. And then we waiting for when and they decided, okay, after 15 minutes, if there is nothing, there is no buoy under the water, on the surface, yeah. So then the next diver go down, yeah, and check what is that, yeah. And it was really, really amazing time, yeah. And it was a lot of fun, and I think this was one of the most important for me and to see. I love the wrecks. So that kind of diving was really amazing, and yeah, this is something which is in my head all the time. From, I think, the next, of course, the Dubai and this things which is completely different place, yeah, to dives, but. Also, I think that the next one, which is also very, very interesting, and I think not so popular for the divers, and maybe not accessible for the divers. We have the dry diving. So we went to the hyperbaric chamber. And so in Poland we have a very good specialist in this field. So there is a Professor Kot who is the leader of the group, taking care of the people after the problem with the diving or after diving, yeah. So they have the hyperbaric chamber, and we went inside, and of course he would like to show us how the narcosis looks like. We have this heliox, so we laugh inside, and immediately when we have the heliox, then the laugh comes out, and this was cool, yeah. And of course, because I'm a physicist, for me it was also very interesting when the pressure is changing so fast, so the temperature and all that condensation of the water and all that things was really, really cool. And this gives us also the feeling how the narcosis looks like in the very control in the nice environment, let's say, yeah. So it was completely safe. Yeah, they can always do the treatment inside and so on, so on. But you feel the difference immediately when you take the breath from the gas without the nitrogen. Immediately it's gone. The narcosis. Yeah, after a few breaths, and it's amazing. It's amazing feeling. Yeah. So that was very cool. Yeah, and I think this events. Of course, there was a lot of extra things. We had also this different kind of divings with the heatings, testing different types of dry suits or new products from Santi or Avatar. Yeah, this was also cool because I feel like I'm a tester. Yeah, so I'm a beginner. Yeah, but in principle I have a chance to try the different things. Yeah, so the full face mask, for example. Yeah, we went to Finland to do the scientific diving together with I don't remember the name, Zoologische Tvarmine Station. I think this is the name. This is the scientific units, and they are investigating the Baltic Sea. And for us, we have the training with the full face mask, and that was really cool. So the first day we trained in the swimming pool, the special swimming for a diver, and then the next day we went to the Baltic Sea to have the communication. We could talk together. In my case, it was tricky because the mask had get the free flow, unfortunately, and to be honest, that was one of the horrible things that I feel under the water. Because normally when you have your so you can breathe with, you are trained to do that, to how to breathe with that. With the full face mask, everything is bubble, so it's so the air comes out everywhere, so you don't see too much, and so that was tricky. But as the instructor said, of course that was the best training, so that's how it works, so next time you can improve it, and then you feel how it is. I think that was the problem with my air consumption, because with the full face mask it's even more, because they are much easier to get, so then you get more, so that means the flow from the regulator is higher. And then if you start breathing too fast, too much, or then it's much easier to froze your regulator, and unfortunately it's happened for me. But then we switched to the normal mask, and then we look for the wrecks, which was also amazing. We spent I think 40 minutes under the water to look for the wrecks there, and really cool.
No, that's awesome. I mean, I love it because it seems from the very beginning of the scholarship and throughout the duration, they're really giving you a well-rounded experience of the dive industry, right? Like they're from the beginning you're doing team building stuff, and then now you're like going and searching for wrecks, and then now you're in a hyperbaric chamber learning about the different the different things that go on in there. And then no, that seems absolutely amazing. And then going to the factory side where you're testing and doing all this stuff, that seems really, really cool. So it's definitely an experience for a lifetime for sure, huh?
Yeah, that was the one of the most important, let's say, year in my life. It was something new for me. It's also I like the new challenges, to be honest. This is something that's how my life is working. I'm not afraid of the new things. But this was really active time. But also I learn a lot, and I meet a lot of great people, and I think this is the extra benefit. I had the chance to dive with the best instructor, really the top of the top. I had the chance to meet perfect, nice people, nice diver. We travel around the world. We dive in Poland, in Finland, in Sweden, in Dubai. So all that was completely new environment for me. And I meet a lot of great people, and this is amazing. Also, the teamwork with the scholars was very nice, and we support each other, and that's also so. I would like to say a few good words to Maya and Patricia. They we dive together a lot and spend a lot of time also together, and that was a great time. That was a really great time.
I hope to have them on the podcast, and maybe we can get a roundtable together with the three of you on and kind of speak about some of the experiences more in depth. But my last question for you before I let you go. So somebody that is, say they're about to start their journey, they've been chosen for the Santi Scholarship, and they're about to start that year. What is the best piece of advice that you could give to that person who just got chosen? They're about to start this incredible, amazing year. What is the best piece of advice?
Okay, so I think that the advice will be don't worry. Don't worry. This is don't be shy. Try to. So I was starting with the really, let's say the really the beginners. I can tell you, Maya was the person who just finished her open water diving, and she applied for that. So there is no. So you need to have the open water diver, even in the beginning stage, and then don't worry. That will be the perfect year for you for skills, to improve your skills, to work, to help you, to show you the new things. So don't be shy, don't be worried of your skills, and I guarantee you that after 1 year it will be much better. And also I would like to mention that the next year, I think 2025 in May, there will be the second edition. So everybody who would like to should be a part of that game, and it's worth to do that. Really worth.
Well, hey, I absolutely appreciate you coming on to the podcast. Once again, thank you for taking the time out of your work day too. So that's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And like I said, I hope to have you back on. Maybe we can get a roundtable together with the other scholars and hear a little bit more. But once again, this has been awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invitation, and I hope we can meet once again, if not here, under the water.
Offgassing, a Scuba podcast.